Discover the hidden world of insects, where danger lurks among the smallest creatures. While some insects appear harmless, others possess lethal powers and crafty tricks. From mysterious ants that defy classification to surprising critters in unexpected places, these bugs demand caution and respect. Join us on a journey to explore 20 of the deadliest insects you should steer clear of. Number 20. Bullet ant. Introducing the bullet ant, a name that doesn't hold back when describing its bite. Comparing the pain to a gunshot, those who've faced both swear it's a close match. Brace yourself, because this agony isn't a fleeting moment. It can stretch for a grueling 12 hours. According to Schmidt, the authority on pain with his Schmidt Pain Index likens it to stepping on smoldering coals with a rusty nail lodged in your heel. Yep, it's that intense. On the pain scale of 1 to 4, the bullet ant proudly claims a 4+, reserved for the seriously brutal. These giants of the ant world measure around an inch and are relatively chill unless provoked. When they strike, it's with a sting that delivers a neurotoxic punch. Muscles clench, burn, and hurt like crazy. Now imagine being a Sateramao tribe member in the Amazon rainforest. Their rite of passage involves sticking their hands into gloves teeming with these furious ants for 10 whole minutes, sometimes up to 20 times. It's an ordeal of endurance, pain, and cultural significance. Let's count our blessings for not tangling with bullet ants and salute the brave souls who face the sting to honor their traditions. Number 19. Africanized honeybee. Meet the Africanized killer bees, often dubbed killer bees for good reason. These relentless insects are a fusion of African and European honeybee species. Originally from Africa, they made an unintended journey to parts of North, Central, and South America in the 1950s. What sets them apart? Their aggression is off the charts. Anyone trespassing near their hive is in for trouble. When these bees attack, they come in overwhelming numbers, dishing out 10 times more stings than their European relatives. Not just bigger and busier, their colonies can house a staggering 50 times more members. And boy, are they territorial. Defending their hive is their top priority, and they'll chase intruders relentlessly for up to a quarter mile at speeds of up to 25 miles per hour. Talk about being fast and furious. But hold on, their impact stretches beyond just us humans. These bees can lay waste to crops and livestock, causing some serious damage. While their venom isn't deadlier than that of European honeybees, their aggressive nature means they deliver a higher dosage. Though fatalities are rare, their stings pack a punch, potentially proving lethal, and allergic reactions can't be ruled out. Number 18. Assassin caterpillar. The Lanomia obliqua, also known as the assassin caterpillar, a deceptively small menace with a deadly secret. Holding the dubious honor of being the world's most perilous caterpillar, this creature wields a venom that can spell disaster. A mere brush against it can lead to internal bleeding, a sinister chain reaction that might lead to organ failure and even brain shutdown. Forget what you thought you knew about caterpillars. This one defies expectations by packing a lethal punch. Found in the South American rainforest, it has taken the lives of around 500 people in its territory. Don't let its petite size fool you. At just 2 inches long, it's a master of disguise, often mimicking a leaf with its green and brown hues. But here's the kicker. Those spikes on its back are venomous, each housing a pouch of toxic brew. The venom's nasty secret lies in its ability to prevent blood from clotting, triggering uncontrolled internal bleeding that can wreak havoc on your body. Sure, you might think a small caterpillar couldn't possibly lead to anything major, yet the brutal truth is that its venom can send shockwaves through crucial organs and the brain, making it a formidable adversary you'd never want to cross paths with. Number 17. The bulldog ant. If any of you happen to be proud bulldog owners, you're well acquainted with their cunning and craftiness. But have you ever wondered if these qualities translate to the insect world? The bulldog ant takes those traits to a whole new level. This pint-sized powerhouse carries a venom that's not to be trifled with. We're talking about more than just a passing sting. This venom can dish out painful burns that mark your skin for life, or in some cases, trigger an alarmingly severe allergic reaction. The pain from this ant's bite is just the opening act. Its reputation is so fearsome that even the venerable Guinness Book of World Records has christened it the most dangerous ant on the planet. Yes, you read that right. It's earned a spot in the record books for its venomous prowess. So, when it comes to making choices, perhaps it's best to stick with the four-legged bulldogs and give these ants a wide berth. Trust me, it's a decision your skin and your sanity will thank you for. Number 16. Brazilian wandering spiders. Are they a spider that could seriously mess you up if they sink their fangs into you? You bet your boots they are. In fact, some folks label them as potentially the deadliest spider on the planet, all thanks to the toxic cocktail coursing through their veins. Their venom can unleash havoc on your nervous system, leading to symptoms like drooling, erratic heartbeats, and some uncomfortable issues in certain male regions. It gets even worse. These spiders are the night owls of the arachnid world. Living in the Brazilian wilderness, they're masters of camouflage, making them practically invisible until it's too late. Imagine that you're minding your business, and they mistake your presence for a threat. Their response? An attack mode activated purely out of self-defense. It's a deadly dance of survival instincts. As you can see, it's not hard to see why these eight-legged critters are often greeted with groans of disdain. Number 15. Asian giant hornet. The Asian giant hornet, a true heavyweight in the insect world. A hornet that can stretch up to a whopping 2 inches long and spread its wings over 3 inches wide. And that's just the beginning. Armed with a fierce 4th-inch stinger, this hornet carries venom that means business. But what truly sets this creature apart is its ruthless hunting prowess. A top-tier predator, it goes after bees, mantises, and even fellow hornets. Beehives? Oh, they're on the menu too. Here's how it goes down. A couple of scout hornets scope out the scene, communicating back to the hive with pheromones if it's prime for attack. Once they lock onto a western honeybee nest, they unleash a blitz that can wipe out up to 40 bees a minute. Talk about a strategic assault. Here's a twist you might not expect. Human activity has inadvertently upped the ante on these showdowns. In Japan, where the hornets are familiar foes, they manage to claim around 12 to 13 lives yearly, mostly impacting the allergic bunch. But don't assume you're safe if you're not allergic. These stings pack a wallop. Fast forward to 2019, and these hornets have made their debut in the United States, primed to cross paths with a much larger audience as they spread their wings across the country. Just like in Japan, these hornets might become a culinary curiosity, perhaps even a delicacy when given the deep fryer treatment. So while the Asian giant hornet poses challenges, it also opens the door to some fascinating possibilities, unveiling the intricate dance between humans and these formidable insects. Number 14. Tsetse fly. The tsetse fly is a tiny troublemaker with a distinct brown and yellow striped pattern resembling a housefly. Native to tropical and subtropical Africa, these insects have earned a fearsome reputation thanks to their involvement in the transmission of a deadly disease called African trypanosomiasis, or sleeping sickness. Found in grasslands and forests across sub-Saharan Africa, tsetse flies have a rather macabre taste. They feed on the blood of mammals, including us humans. These flies can carry and spread the parasite responsible for sleeping sickness through their bites. This isn't a small-scale issue either. An alarming 3 million people are at risk of contracting this disease due to tsetse fly presence. Once infected, the bite can trigger a slew of unpleasant symptoms, from fever and muscle aches to dizziness and headaches. In severe cases, the parasite can inflict severe neurological damage, leading to confusion, speech difficulties, and even coma. The grim truth is that sleeping sickness doesn't pull its punches. Estimates place the annual death toll between 50,000 and 500,000 people, with around 9,000 deaths recorded in 2010 alone. However, these numbers likely underestimate the full extent of the problem. With underreporting and underdiagnosis running rampant, the true mortality rate could be far higher. And if left untreated, this disease's grip is unrelenting, approaching a near 100% mortality rate. Number 13. Kissing bugs. The kissing bugs are members of the Reduviidae family that have a knack for giving us the heebie-jeebies. And their name isn't just for show. These critters earned it by indulging in the unsavory habit of feasting near our mouths, a truly cringeworthy behavior. There's a whopping 130 species in this family, with most having a penchant for vertebrate blood. A handful might go for invertebrate prey, but let's not dwell on that. While the majority of kissing bugs call the Americas home, a few audacious species have ventured into Asia, Africa, and Australia. These bugs often cozy up with their hosts, happily slurping away in their blood. All kissing bug species have a dark side. They're potential carriers of Chagas disease, a nastiness you'll want to avoid at all costs. The parasite responsible for this disease stretches its reach from the southern United States to northern Argentina. Even Charles Darwin, in his famed Journal and Remarks, dabbled in these creatures way back in 1839 during his journey on the Beagle. Talk about a historical encounter. Some even speculate that his dalliance with these bugs led to his long-term illness. But let's not jump to conclusions. He didn't mention the fever typically associated with Chagas disease. Number 12. Fleas. Ah, fleas. Those pesky miniature roommates you never signed up for. These tiny terrors might be small, but trust me, they punch way above their weight class. Clocking in at just about 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch, these wingless insects are like the world's itchiest villains. And guess what? They're global nomads, thriving in warm and damp spots across the map. While animals are their preferred hangout, don't be surprised if they decide to shack up on you or your furniture. So, what makes fleas the ultimate party crashers? Their bites are like a one-way ticket to Itchland, where scratching becomes your new pastime. These critters are bona fide disease couriers. They're the delivery service for tapeworms, cat scratch fever, and yes, even the plague, you know, the same one that shook up the Middle Ages. Fleas don't just invade, they reproduce like there's no tomorrow. If you snooze on tackling the problem, your home could easily turn into their very own flea carnival. So what's the plan of attack against these minuscule marauders? Keep it squeaky clean. Regular vacuuming, pet pampering, and washing those pet beds are your secret weapons. Don't forget the furry friends. A thorough checkup and flea prevention are the name of the game. If you catch wind of an infestation, don't wait. Act fast to evict those unwanted guests and prevent them from turning your place into their personal hangout. Number 11. A BOTFLY. Meet the BOTFLYs, the unsettling members of the ostrich family, infamous for their parasitic ways and their intriguing role in the intricate dance of nature. While their appearance might not win any beauty contests, delving into the world of BOTFLYs sheds light on the fascinating dynamics of parasitic relationships in the wild. Think of adult BOTFLYs as bumblebee doppelgangers with a twist. These short-lived adults skip the dining scene entirely, dedicating their brief existence to reproduction. But here's where the drama unfolds. It's during their larval stage that they claim their notoriety. Female BOTFLYs lay their eggs on or near hosts, ranging from cattle and rabbits to, yes, even humans. The larvae hatch and embark on a skin-bound journey, burrowing in and feasting on tissue. The result? Painful lesions and the nasty risk of secondary infections. In some cases, these larvae wander around the host's body, stirring up even more trouble. As these larvae wrap up their development, they exit the host and seek shelter underground, where they undergo metamorphosis. Now, before you judge them too harshly, consider this. BOTFLYs play a role in the grand ecosystem orchestra. They're a vital meal for many animals and contribute to controlling host populations. Plus, their curious interactions with hosts offer a treasure trove of insights into parasitology and the delicate relationships woven between living beings. Number 10. Driver ants. The formidable driver ants natives of East, West, and Central Africa are renowned for their unwavering aggression and astonishingly organized colonies. Imagine super colonies spanning up to a staggering 30 miles. That's like a bustling small town in ant terms. They thrive in warm, humid locales blessed with abundant food and water, sporting a reddish-brown hue and an imposing size. Their mighty mandibles are no joke, capable of tearing through skin with ease. These critters are quick as lightning, zipping around at speeds of up to 10 miles per hour. Talk about an intimidating swarm. It's not just for show either. These ants aren't ones to back down, disturb their nests, and they unleash a ferocious assault, attacking with ruthless precision. Labeled by experts as the reigning champs of insect aggression, driver ants have a well-defined social order. Think queens, workers, soldiers, and drones, each with its distinct role. Queen ants are the reproduction gurus, churning out up to 10,000 eggs a day. Workers keep the nest in check and gather grub while soldiers stand guard against threats. Drones? Oh, they're the queen's wingmen. But here's where it gets downright terrifying. These ants are true carnivores, mercilessly devouring anything in their path. Their strength is unparalleled. They can overpower and even pose a serious threat to humans. So, when it comes to aggression, organization, and a carnivorous diet, driver ants hold their ground as true forces to be reckoned with in the mesmerizing world of insects. Number 9. Velvet ants. The velvet ants, also known as cow killers, are intriguing insects that span the globe. Despite the name, these critters aren't your regular ants. No, they're actually a type of wasp, sporting a deceptive resemblance to their ant cousins, especially among the wingless females. Now, what makes velvet ants stand out? Their bodies are like living caution signs, decked out in vibrant colors and a fuzziness that warns predators to think twice. These creatures are no slouches either, with quick movements, a sturdy exoskeleton, and an ability to emit less than pleasant scents when threatened. And here's where it gets even more interesting. The females pack a surprise in the form of a modified egg-laying tool that doubles as a sizable stinger. The female velvet ant sting is no joke. Ranked high on Schmidt's pain index, it's a true heavyweight in the ouch department. Despite the ominous nickname cow killer, these wasps aren't exactly bovine reapers. That's right, there's no concrete evidence to back the idea that their stings spell doom for cattle. So while these velvet ants boast intriguing features and an unforgettable sting, their impact on larger animals remains a bit more, well, understated. Number 8. Indian red scorpion. Meet the Indian red scorpion, a creature found primarily in India and the Middle East. Sporting a length of up to 4 inches, this scorpion boasts a range of colors from reddish-brown to vibrant orange. These stealthy arachnids thrive in arid landscapes like deserts, making appearances in agricultural fields and areas laden with debris. But here's where things take a dangerous turn. The Indian red scorpion's sting packs a wallop. Armed with venom loaded with neurotoxins, it's a menace to reckon with. A sting can unleash a wave of intense pain, swelling, and a host of potentially life-threatening symptoms. Think paralysis and respiratory distress in severe cases. Now, how can you steer clear of this fiery foe? Simple. Gear up with protective clothing and double-check items you bring indoors from outdoor spaces. And when you cross paths with a scorpion, don't play hero. Let it be. Reducing the risk of stings is your priority. For infestations or close encounters in residential zones, call in the professionals. While fatalities from Indian red scorpion stings are uncommon, don't downplay the risks. If you're stung or experience serious symptoms, don't hesitate. Seek medical help pronto. By staying vigilant, informed, and taking smart precautions, you're well equipped to navigate the world of potentially perilous scorpions like the Indian red scorpion. Number 7. Deathstalker scorpion. Allow me to introduce the Deathstalker scorpion, a potent venom wielder known as Lurks quinquestriatus. This creature claims the North African and Middle Eastern lands as its home, and trust me, it's not to be taken lightly. Sporting a commanding presence, it flaunts a yellow-brown hue and can stretch up to a whopping 7.5 inches in length. This scorpion's sting isn't just a minor annoyance, it's a full-blown powerhouse of venom, capable of proving fatal in certain cases and exuding excruciating pain even when it doesn't end a life. These tough critters inhabit an array of spots, from sandy deserts to rocky slopes. By day, they're experts at hide-and-seek, lurking in shadowy, damp corners. But come nightfall, they emerge, on the prowl for prey that usually includes insects, spiders, and petite lizards. Now here's where the danger deepens. The Deathstalker scorpion's venom packs a neurotoxic punch that can trigger havoc in the body. A sting isn't a mere inconvenience. It can lead to swelling, nausea, and in dire situations, the dreaded respiratory failure. Rebounding from such a sting can take days, and lasting effects might linger. Given the menace that these scorpions carry and the potential harm they pose to us, it's wise to proceed with caution in their presence. My advice? Keep your distance, steer clear, and let them go about their scorpion business undisturbed. Number 6. Brown recluse spider. The brown recluse spider is an 8-legged wonder with a sinister secret. Its venom is a potent force, capable of dealing a deadly blow to living beings. Unlike other recluse spiders, this one's bite isn't just a mere annoyance. It's a call for immediate medical attention. as it can trigger necrosis, a grim term that signifies the death of living cells. Meet the brown recluse, typically spanning 6 to 20 millimeters, although they can get even heftier. Their hues span from light to medium brown, but don't be surprised if you spot them in shades like white, dark brown, or blackish gray. Their head and thorax might not always match the color of their abdomen. And about that signature violin pattern? Well, it's not an exclusive ticket to identifying them, as some other spiders rock a similar look. Now let's talk eyes. While most spiders rock 8, the recluse clan opts for a 6-pack. They flaunt a single pair in the middle and 2 on the sides, a unique trait shared by just a select few in the spider kingdom. As these spiders age, that violin shape on their body turns into a bold statement. Adult brown recluses boast distinct black violin patterns on their backs. So if you come across a spider that could pass as a brown recluse, my advice? Keep a safe distance from this potentially perilous critter. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. And what do we have here? Let's dive into the creepy, crawly world of one notorious critter, the tick. Or should I say, tiny vampire. These miniature bloodsuckers may seem like extras from a horror movie, but trust me, they're the real deal. Ever had an uninvited guest latch onto you, slurping away without a care in the world? Well, that's the tick's party trick. They numb your skin, sneak in, and unleash their nasty surprises like Lyme disease. It's like a stealthy villain that only reveals itself when the damage is done. So folks, keep an eye out for these sneaky intruders. Have you faced off with these pint-sized troublemakers? Share your stories in the comments and let's get talking. Number 5. Mosquito. Those pesky troublemakers hold a rather dangerous record on the global stage. These relentless insects have conquered the planet, from tropical havens to chilly Antarctic regions. They set up camp in diverse spots. Think marshes, woodlands, urban landscapes, and wetlands. It's not their ubiquity that's concerning, it's their knack for being disease carriers. These critters are the bearers of all sorts of illnesses, ranging from mild annoyances like West Nile virus to full-blown killers like malaria. How do they do it? Well, they play the role of the middleman, biting one host and passing pathogens to another. Their life story unfolds in 4 stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. They're all about laying eggs in places like stagnant water. Think ponds, ditches, and puddles. Once hatched, the larvae chow down on organic goodies in the water, transforming into pupae, and then blossoming into full-blown adult mosquitoes. And guess what they're after in this mature stage? You got it. Blood. They're on the hunt for human or animal hosts to satiate their hunger, and that's when they unleash their danger, transmitting diseases through their bites. Mosquitoes aren't just the deadliest among bugs, they're the champs in the whole animal kingdom. According to the World Health Organization, they're accountable for a staggering 725,000 deaths each year. So next time you're doing the mosquito dance, swatting away these tiny terrors, remember the big impact they wield on our health. It's a call to arms for effective mosquito control. Number 4, blister beetles. The blister beetles are globe-trotting troublemakers armed with a toxic secret weapon, cantharidin. This powerful compound spells trouble, causing excruciating blisters when it meets human or animal skin. Even a tiny dose can pack a punch, triggering severe irritation and blistering. These beetles are true sun seekers, favoring dry and sunny spots like deserts and grasslands across the map from North and South America to Europe, Asia, and Africa. But wait, they don't stop there. They also invade agricultural fields, feasting on crops like alfalfa, corn, and potatoes. Human contact with these beetles means burns, itching, and nasty blisters. And for our furry friends, ingesting these pests brings on mouth irritation, queasiness, and good old vomiting. So, how do you dodge the danger? First off, keep a sharp eye out for blister beetles, especially if you're frolicking in their habitats. Prevention is key, so steer clear. And if a run-in occurs, don't skip this step. Wash the affected area pronto with some good old soap and water. Number 3, black widow spider. The black widow spider is a creature that commands universal recognition for its notoriety and dread. This spider is a true global citizen, making its presence felt in various corners of the world. But it's in warm, arid realms like the American Southwest and Mexico where it truly thrives. Among these arachnids, it's the females that pack the punch. Armed with venom-filled spinnerets, their bite packs a wallop. Their venom is a whopping 15 times mightier than a rattlesnake's. When these spiders meet humans, the encounter can range from localized pain and swelling to more severe scenarios involving muscle spasms, drenching sweat, and in rare cases, paralysis. It's not just an inconvenience. Fatalities have been linked to black widow spider bites. Spotting the leading lady is a matter of knowing what to look for. A jet-black body adorned with a vivid red hourglass marking on its abdomen. Now, don't get too comfortable around the males. They're smaller and less venomous, but they sport a similar color scheme, often leading to mistaken identities. Black widow spiders have a knack for snagging spacious real estate. Think beneath rocks, in crevices, and among wood piles. They're artisans of large, intricate webs, capable of cradling up to 100 eggs. And here's an interesting tidbit. Mama Black Widow takes her parenting role seriously, fiercely protecting her eggs until they hatch. Any perceived threat better watch out. She's one protective arachnid. So if you happen upon a black widow spider, exercise caution, especially if that signature red hourglass is in plain sight. Number 2. Fire ant. The fire ants are a small but mighty force that has left its mark wherever it's set foot. These tiny terrors pack a punch with their painful stings, often compared to burns, and their in-your-face attitude that can be quite concerning for anyone living in fire ant territory. Sporting a reddish-brown hue, fire ants come in various sizes within their bustling colonies, which set up shop in sunny spots. Their distinctive mound-shaped nests are a sight to behold. These omnivores have diverse tastes, chowing down on plants, seeds, and fellow insects. And they've got quite the social scene going on, with queens, males, and female workers each having their role to play in this ant drama. Resilience and adaptability are their middle names. Fire ants can brave the harshest conditions, easily outcompeting native ant species. While they might lend a hand by controlling pests like ticks and cockroaches, their downsides, including agricultural havoc and disruption to native wildlife, tip the scales against them. Number 1. The puss caterpillar. Meet the puss caterpillar, a creature that's as cute as it is hazardous. Also known as the southern flannel moth or asp caterpillar, this venomous critter calls the eastern United States its home. The puss caterpillar is decked out in a thick coat of long fur, ranging from yellow to orange or brown, with a distinctive dark stripe running down its back. You'll spot these fluffy fellas hanging out in woods, gardens, and parks, often chilling on plant leaves. Don't be fooled by its adorable appearance. The puss caterpillar ranks among the most venomous caterpillars in North America. Those seemingly harmless spines it sports are actually tiny venom dispensers. A simple touch can trigger a range of reactions, from blistering and itching to shock, and in rare instances, even death. Brush against these spines and you'll be treated to a symphony of intense pain, burning, and itching. The puss caterpillar's stomping grounds extend from Massachusetts to Florida in the east and as far west as Texas. Its distinct fur tufts and dark stripe make it easy to identify. Though venomous, this caterpillar isn't looking for a fight. It'll only sting if it feels disturbed or threatened. So if you chance upon a puss caterpillar, play it safe, admire its unique style from a distance, and let it go about its business. And there you have it. A captivating glimpse into the realm of 20 deadly insects you don't want to mess with. These remarkable insects have unveiled the intriguing and formidable side of the insect realm. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.